Hello everyone, I'm Ben Clark, Executive Director of Enroot, and this is
Sophia.
just wanted to send a video to all of you to say thank you so much for rallying around our students right now and provide a quick update on how they're all doing. For those of you unfamiliar with our work, Enroot supports high school and early college immigrant students to help them really thrive in the U.S. education system and develop an unshakable sense of belonging. This time, of course, has been really trying for them and their families. Many of you have read about the disproportionate impact of this crisis on communities of color and on immigrant families. That's been true for our students as well. And these impacts go beyond just physical well-being to also mental well-being and economic well-being. Many of our families and students lost wages immediately during the shutdown. Those who are undocumented or live in mixed status families have been uneligible to qualify for a lot of the federal assistance that's been coming out. Needless to say, that's put them in a very difficult and vulnerable position right now. Nonetheless, our students, as I've always said, are among the most resilient and courageous young people I've ever met, and they continue to rise to the occasion. Many of our students actually continue to work right now in grocery stores, and they are providing incredibly important income for their families right now. And also putting themselves at risk physically in terms of becoming infected. This is a tribute to the way that they've always approached life ever since we've met them, and we're happy to be there to support them in the ways that we can right now. Those of you, and there are many hundreds of you, who donated to support our cash assistance fund have really helped their sense of well-being financially too at this time. We've been able to disperse over $80,000 already to students, and we're building towards a third disbursement soon. So thank you so much to each and every one of you who gave to support that effort. With regard to the rest of our operation, as you would assume, when schools shut down, we were unable to continue a lot of our programming in person. We were able to shift a great deal of it into virtual mode. So mentoring is happening virtually, tutoring is happening virtually. Our workshops for juniors and seniors in high school to prepare for college are happening virtually. Workshops for college students who are in their first 2 years in college are happening virtually, as well as quite a bit of one-on-one support for all our students from staff members. We've been, of course, unable to have them participate in internships, visit colleges, visit companies. All the fun field trips and celebrations this spring have been postponed, which is very difficult. Our team is in overdrive right now, working in a research and development capacity to try to figure out how we can pursue some of those same learning outcomes for students in a different way. And we look forward to providing updates when we've got them on those efforts. Many of you have asked how you can help us. At this point, the most helpful thing for Enroot is your financial support. We've had to cancel 2 events this spring that we generally rely on to provide really necessary income for our operation. And having your ongoing support financially is probably most important so that we can sustain the level of support we're providing for students right now. I'd also love for each of you to think about what role you might be able to play in terms of advocacy. This is a time that calls for a disproportionate response, a disproportionate allocation of resources for those who have been disproportionately impacted. And I think that our local governments and business leaders have responded positively thus far, and I think it's incumbent upon all of us to continue advocating for that kind of approach to prioritize communities of color and immigrant families in the response now and in the months to come. Thank you so much again for all your support for our students. I hope you continue to stay healthy and safe.